I see some people. How are you? Hello, everyone. Places you can't go. Yes. Kai, I was just emailing with you. Hello. Kai, it's Micah. Micah. FYI. No big deal. People fuck up my name all the time. It's not a big deal. Joe's here. I don't recognize Joe. What up, Joe? Give me some. How did you find me? Give me some information. Frank is here. What's up, Micah? I know this person. I know this person. I see it on my feed on Twitter. Frank, I've never seen you in the chat room, but cool. Kai, it's all good. Listen, don't sweat it. It doesn't bother me. I do have my awesome dank t-shirt on though. And I'm gonna let more people come into the room, guys. So start up in the chat. As people start coming in, we'll talk about what the storm looks like right now. First time stopping and driving though, so just text it at a red light. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, guys, whatever you want to talk about today, we'll talk about. Denise is here. Hi, Denise. Okay, so I got all the regulars and some new people, so this is exciting. I love seeing the regulars, but then I also love seeing new people too. So I'm good no matter what way. I just want more people to come in before we start talking. I've only been up for 2, 3 minutes, so um, how many of y'all are in Florida? Can you put your notes in the comments? If you're from Florida, I'm finding out that there's a lot of people that live in Florida. Like a lot of people that I know. Denise is in Florida. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, so I've been following this all morning. And I guess we could start now. So I've been following this all morning, the storm, right? As it stands right now, it is a category 4. Now, understand this, a storm has not started in the Gulf of Mexico in 124 years. It just, and so close to another hurricane. Um, People blame the weather, but not the weather modificators, right? It's a Cat 4. However, when it hits landfall, it's probably going to be a Cat 3. It's moving down south. The eye of the storm is looking to hit around St. Pete, which is not very far from where I am. It's only about 80 minutes or so. So we have to go. Um, and we will. And there's a few reasons why we think the house is going to survive. Number one, we have storm shutters. And number two, we have feet to the water, right? Because it has to raise by inches, right? So what it looks like is the eye is going to hit around St. Pete. It's going to, when it touches down, it'll be about a category 3. So we're fine with the water. We're just worried about the wind. But it is what it is, right? They're making them, guys. Just ask Alexa. All right, Kai, what should people ask Alexa? Um, what should people ask Alexa? Like, give us the exact phrase wording. Just awakening. Oh, coffee. I don't recognize you, my friend. You might be new. Just earthquakes and Kamalas over here in Cali. Feel Floridians. Weather warfare. You know they don't like that. That the states I do. God, this is so true. This is so true. Um, who's got the keys to the heart machine, right? Your son is in Largo near St. Pete. Oh no. Um, keep me posted, Denise. Uh, we'll touch base after everything flushes out to see how each other did, okay? Yeah, they have had the heat waves and fires burning rampant in Cali. Yeah. Well, do you know where most forest fires start from, guys? Where most forest fires start? From the park rangers. Think about that. Think about that. No hurricane in my life, 47 years, has done this. I live south of Tampa an hour in Charlotte. Can't leave. Yeah. Again, it's 124 years. 124 years since a Gulf of Mexico hurricane came. Alexa, what kind of hurricane was Hurricane Milton? Alexa saying it's a Cat 5. Now ask Alexa if you can be proud to be white. It's a dumb machine. I'm following this at the minute because we have to be out the door. Um, we're not getting hit direct anymore. It started to go down, and unfortunately, it's hitting St. Pete. But do you have a place to go if needed? Yes, Kim. It's all taken care of. Don't you worry. I should say they've been strengthening the hurricanes with bursts of EMF wavelength from satellites that are probably courtesy of China and are sold out political clowns. That's a hell of a thought right there. Um, I don't understand how that whole thing works. I don't understand the physics behind it, but I've been saying forever, like I know that you can weather modify. I wrote my first book in 2012 and I was talking about that. You can weather modify, absolutely. You can get rid of the clouds. You can make a rainstorm. You can mess with the tectonic plates at the fault lines and cause an earthquake. You have Tesla's earthquake machine from 100 years ago. Absolutely, they can mess with the weather. I was just sharing the patents. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. So I just sent it to Diamond from Oppenheimer Ranch because he's a geologist. So here's some patents. James Skaggs, 1933, U.S. 1928-96 3A, electrical system and method for spraying chemtrails. 1934, U.S. 1957075A, airplane spray equipment. 1936, U.S. 204. I don't even need to read these patent numbers anymore. I'm just going to read you what they do. So there's another patent, 1936, method of dispelling fog. 1937, process of dissipating fog. 1939, method for vapor clearing. 1941, method and composition for dispelling vapors. 1941, desensitized pentaerythritol tetranitrate explosive. There's that. I mean, stay safe, Mike. Thanks, Libby. Ask Alexa if she'll go out on a date with me. No. No, I don't mess with Alexas. I feel it's going to fall apart before it hits land. I'm putting it out into the ether. F Alexa, exactly. Ask Alexa who George Soros is. as these come in here, I'm going to share them. Ask Alexa who George Soros is. Just saying, it would be weird if it ends up being a cat 5 when they're saying 3. Exactly. Everybody is just, it's fear porn, guys. I mean, this is scary, but it's fear porn still on top of that to make you, because they can suck your loosh. All that fear energy, right? This will hit a cat 3. You can be proud to be white from a black woman. Thank you. I appreciate it, Libby. I just met Ask Alexa, and she's going to tell you some like PC stuff. You know? I'm not attracted to like the color of someone. Like, I don't see people like that, you know? I'm attracted to their minds. Very much so. And if you're a big thinker, you're going to be in my inner circle. And I don't care what they are. Let's see here. Ask, was Helena man-made? Lady Mantis is here. I haven't seen you in a little bit. Sending love and light. Thank you. Catherine Akers. Hey. Coming from a black woman, you can be proud of your whiteness. I'm not. I'm not attached to my religion, obviously, that I was raised into. I'm not attached to my skin color. I'm not attached to the country I was born into. I'm not attached to any of that kind of stuff. Oh God, I could just see the psyops play. I see how they're layered. I see how they're leveled with people with this whole race baiting thing. They're trying to go. Oh, November 5th, please come. Okay. Oh. Weather is just high pressure and low pressure. You can adjust the pressure with radio waves. Radio waves fill up the empty air to build pressure. AM or FM? Or does it not matter? Because that's like the low radio waves. They have a variety of patents on the weather weaponization technology that goes back 100 years, as you can clearly see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was just talking to someone about that today. BETN. Not sure what that stands for. It is so extremely dry here in the West. There are still fires going on here, totally attacking us. Yeah, Alexas are like Tiffany's. That's sketchy. What's it? What do you mean by Tiffany? Do you think, in some part, the hurricane kind sucks spiritual energy? Hmm. Yeah, it's a trauma. So of course, bro, same. It never crossed my mind until they started with all this anti-white shit. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I just don't deal with it. I talk to the people that I find interesting, and that's it. Ever date a girl named Tiffany? Eh, I'm gonna reserve my comment. You nailed it. All right, I'll check for it. All right, guys. So I'm here for your questions if you guys have any. You and your wife be safe. I used to live in Florida, Tampa, to be as far as where in the 60s, from 1964 to 1968. I was 8 when we moved overseas. The hurricanes were bad back then. Why does it feel like a silent World War III or Silent War 3? Yeah. So many distractions. And then you know what? I mean, I think there could, I truly, like, humbly, from the bottom of my heart, think, honestly, that the way things are going in this country, this might be the last election. Because I think if they push her in, there's going to be a breakaway. I Listen. No one thought the Soviet Union could fall, right? States can secede. Texas has been teasing it for a very long time, to the point where it's a joke now. That was good. Okay. The doctor. Hi, folks. Okay. According to the Illuminati cards, we only have 1 or 2 elections left. I'm telling you, I think it's this one. I think if Trump gets back in, all hell will break loose. I think if Kamala gets in, the right will secede. I think things are coming up now. That doesn't mean it's the Bible's revelation, guys. Okay? We've been over this a long time. Revelation is not playing out. Hey, Libby, where can you get the Illuminati cards from? Because I don't know if Amazon sells them. My girl might have some. No, she has the Illuminati Tarot. Okay. All right, guys, I put the link in the chat if you want to come on and talk for a little bit. eBay has some Illuminati cards. Thanks, Libby. I appreciate that. But there's a lot of fake decks going out around them. Is that something that's happening? Like fake decks are going around? The election is not a choice. It is a death threat either way. Yep. And you know what? I'm still not voting. I don't give a crap if it's the end of the world. People will survive this. Shit, I'll just leave that up there. Anyway. For those of you who don't know what it takes to prepare for a hurricane, you have to put water sealant tape all over all your windows. You know how your windows come out like this, right? You have to put it on all the lines. You have to raise everything in the house. Put everything on the kitchen table, on the living room table, on your beds. It can be scary. Good luck, man. Are you in Tampa? Yep. We'll be fine. It's a lot of stress preparing. Yep. So, is there anyone in the chat room that thinks that these hurricanes are coming like this because it's God's judgment on gay men? Do anybody in there have that thought in their head? I want to talk to you. No, it's election year. You know what they did? Like pushing aside the president and just deciding the vice president was going to be the one that goes to everything. That was illegal. But nobody's calling it out. Or the people that are being called out are being told to shut up. Everything is breaking down. the frustration over the court system, everything is breaking down. I can't understand why people keep moving to Florida and why the prices of Florida keep rising. Why would anyone want to deal with these crazy hurricanes? That's the thing. We're moving inland. We're going to move inland. It's much safer inland. When does hurricanes start in the Gulf? Every 126 years or 24 years, apparently. It doesn't, and it accelerates to the. I'm really proud of you for evacuating. Yeah, we're not going far. We're just going 2 hours out of the way, inland. The guy from the Young Turks, Cenk Yogurt, show said that the hurricanes were God's judgment on red states for not allowing abortions. He did not say that. No one says that unless they're satanic. Ugh. I'm not going to tell you to have an abortion or not. I know that every woman goes through an insane amount of emotion and thoughts on this. And even if she does get an abortion, that's going to haunt her thoughts probably for the rest of her life. She'll suppress it, but it's going to haunt her thoughts. What if? Right? And these people, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you if you can have an abortion or not. I'm not going to say that. All I'm going to say is, at the end of the day, it's murder. And it truly is murder. That's all I'm going to say. Is we're not going to use fun words or tiptoe around the subject. You are killing a life. It is murder. And you will have to pay back that karma. But here's the thing. If it's after... If it's after 7 weeks, you won't have to pay back the karma because the soul's not in the body until day 49. That's why 49 is a jubilee. That's why 49 is the Pentecost. Why 49 is how many days the Buddhists think rebirth takes. All this stuff. The soul enters the pineal gland, which becomes visible on day 49 through scans. So 49 has always been treasured. It's a jubilee. Yeah. So some are slaves to an ass fucking who's judging. Well, I appreciate you putting it that way. Fantastic. That's how I talk when I'm not on the computer, by the way. Exactly like that. FYI. That's a wild assumption. They claimed Hurricane Katrina was to clear out those who practiced voodoo. That's a sick mindset. Corinne is here. My dad was a military hardhead. We always stayed. I remember walking around in water up to my ankles. We would board the windows up and store up a lot of water. However, the storms these days are crazy. Yeah, everything is getting stronger. The storms, the marijuana, everything you could think of is getting stronger. Um, Military dad. Can only imagine. Hello to you too. Also, guys, if we're still talking about abortion, again, I'm not going to tell you to do it or not do it. Um, what what comes out of the woman, the fetus? Okay, Planned Parenthood traffics the body parts and the organs for testing, for think about it, anything. So they do that. So that's what's going to happen to the discarded fetus. I learned about heart from Jesse Ventura when I was like 12. It's wild to think that there are 50-year-olds who know nothing about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all distractions, guys. Everything in Earth is meant to take up your time, worry you about things, so you can't just sit down and read a book or go on the computer. It keeps you absolutely crazy. Um, and these people never dive into spirituality or learn any of that kind of stuff. Um, you're talking about Jesse Ventura from his TV show, right? That was like 12 years ago. Hold on. I was definitely watching it in 2012, 2013. So it's definitely 12 years ago. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I was 29, 30 when I started. I woke up late to everything, guys. I came to the party in my 20s. Before then, you guys wouldn't have liked me. I was an Abercrombie store model. I was an actor in the city. I thought I was the hottest shit. I would just go to parties. That's all I would do. Mm-mm. And you know what? That's what our environment raises us to do, is to follow those stupid things. Love Mary Jane. Can of bliss. Right. Anyway, so cool clothes and the pumped up kicks. You know what that song is about? It's about surviving a school shooting. Go back and listen to them. The pumped up kick song, Forest the People, it's about a school shooting. I didn't snap out of it till 46, so good job. We're all on our own journeys here, guys. This is a weird adventure that we all get to have, and then we leave, and then we do something else. God, the idea that people want to understand everything. But most people don't even want to know anything. That's the thing. Stupid as a stupid does. Some eventually learn. Better run, outrun my gun. Yeah, it was such a catchy song, and everyone was like, ah! It's a school shooting song. People don't listen to lyrics anymore. That's all Eminem ever says. Eminem goes, "You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're just dancing your ass to this fucking beat. That's all you're doing." People don't read anymore. People don't understand. Like that's like a school shooting song so happily just jumps into your brain. And it's catchy too. "46 years myself. Cheers." You said you were an actor. What were you in? Anything we've seen? I was in a movie called The Emperor's Club with Kevin Kline and a couple other people. I was on the movie poster. Um, I was in Catch Me If You Can with DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. I was an extra. I did a bunch of student films, like for Columbia University and NYU's film schools. Did a lot of those. Um, it was fun, but it led me to I was good, but I I didn't want to struggle the rest of my life with that and deal with that when I was young. So I switched um, my major, and I actually use it by writing now, writing books and things of that nature that I ask you guys to get if you guys are interested. My website's debunkmywork.com, and on there is all my social media. All there on there is a way to email me at the bottom of the page. I have my YouTube channel, and I have all my books there. So just had to bring it up. I actually have an IMDb. I actually have an IMDb page, Susie, but it's not updated. 50 now, start to sag in odd places. Oh no. Stop it. They will put the happiest beats for the saddest lyrics. Yup. It's spell casting. That's what they're doing. They're casting spells on you. In the ancient druidic times, they used to have wands for their spells that they would cast. The wand was made out of the holly tree, the wood of a holly tree. That's why you have holly wood. And Jordan taught me that. I was pretty superficial until my late 50s. Do you know why, Corinne? Because that was your second Saturn return. Saturn returns bring huge change to people. I discovered what I do for work, astrotheology. I discovered that 12 years ago. That was my Saturn return, and it was at the end of the Mayan calendar. So all these energies, like, yeah, I think that's what happened. Any theater? Yeah, I've done some plays. In fact, I've always said to this day, I'm going to show you. I always said to this day, I would love to do this play, Inherit the Wind. There's a character. I'll read you what it is. The accused was a slight, frightened man who had deliberately broken the law. His trial was a Roman circus. The chief gladiators were the two great legal giants of the century. Like two bull elephants locked in mortal combat, they bellowed and roared imprecocious and abusive. The spectators sat uneasily in the sweltering heat, with murder in their hearts, barely able to restrain themselves. Okay, so that is the uh, erotic porn version of what really happened. What I thought this was actually going to say something else. Jesus, who writes for this? It's a great play. It's the story of the Scopes monkey trial, guys. The school in the South where a person or a teacher taught evolution instead of the Bible, and he was thrown in jail, and he was fired. And the two biggest minds came, two biggest lawyers. Now, the guy championing the religious side, the pro-religious side, was a character named Matthew Harrison Murray. But he was based completely, entirely off William Jennings Bryan, the newspaper magnate, who is the reason why marijuana was so demoted for 100 years. I use the word demoted because I don't want to get into it. William Jennings Bryan, hemp was going to take over, and he was going to lose his paper mills. So he started printing stories in the news that said things like marijuana, and it had never been called marijuana before, but marijuana was a wild Mexican tobacco plant. They called it marijuana, and in the papers he wrote, and blacks and Mexicans are raping white women. This was about 120 years ago, 110 years ago, around that time frame. Got the public uproar, and then you see what happens, right? And that's why marijuana has been demonized. As far as theater goes, anyway, so this play is about the Scopes monkey trial, which is basically that. Taught evolution in the school and got fired and thrown in jail. Now, I wanted to play the character Henry Drummond because I think he's the guy who ends up arguing against the religious person. And they do it in such an interesting way in this play. So I think you guys should Inherit the Wind, guys. This is so worth the read, I'm telling you. You will appreciate this book, okay? It is by Jerome Lawrence and Robert E. Lee. Inherit the Wind. To be honest with you, if you were going to share my work with someone, Inherit the Wind would be like a much softer, easier approach to get your foot in the door with that whole side of the topic and everything. Missed it all. Was drunk from 22 to 45. Listen, I've been there. How about the second moon and more storm earthquakes? Guys, the second moon, I think, is like 35 to 75 feet wide. I don't know how they calculate what it's going to do, but it's not the cause of the storms here. The little mini moon. It's not the cause of that. Stopped watching Hollywood for a while. Started watching Bollywood. Ooh, I can't. I can't do that. I can't watch Bollywood. Actually, no. You know what? I know a movie. Slumdog Millionaire was a Bollywood film, and it was pretty cool. I'll give you that. I take it back. I completely take it back. And that kid became an actor too from that movie, Slumdog Millionaire. That's a Bollywood movie, and the dancing and it's nice. It is nice. That's interesting. Has anyone seen the second moon? I've been looking, but I haven't seen the moon. I'm seeing posts on social media, on like Twitter, that they can't even find the first moon. Some weird stuff's going on, guys. Control of information, right? Lori's here. Hello. Love your work. I'm pretty new to all this, but you really helped me put more and more pieces of the puzzle in place. I learn something new on your videos every time. Take care and be safe. Oh, that's such a nice comment. Let me see. Okay. I like it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you want to email me at uh, what is my email address? Into the rabbit hole series at gmail.com. I want to hear. I want to hear how you found me, and if you need any clarification on anything or things like that. Um, so email me. Most people I know think I'm weird now. Listen, to wake up in this world means you're the black sheep because you don't just follow social norms, societal norms. And I'll tell you this much right now is that when you're not going with the grain, man, you feel alive. I'll tell you that much. What was that site again? Uh, I can't remember which site you're talking about. Made my own wand of Hollywood. Okay. Do you know why they use the holly tree? The mini moon is the size of a Yugo. You probably won't see it. See, it's like a freaking yeah, the mini moon. Cool to finally catch you live, brother. You seen recent news on the hurricane? It's a Cat 4, but has hit Cat 5 at a couple points. It's going to drop down. It's going to drop down. We're leaving anyway. Interesting. What role would you play? Yeah, the defendant. I would have a lot of fun with that character. I would have a lot of fun. Why the fascination with the Egyptian theology by the Freemasons? Not sure what you mean by the Egyptian theology. Here we go. I haven't seen the first moon in like a month. Riles. Okay. Ian claims he is dark MAGA here in Pennsylvania. Is it obvious to you that politics is bread and circus? I don't find that kind of stuff funny. What I find funny is, I mean, that's the dark Brandon, dark MAGA. I get it. Ah, fuck it. I'll give him a pass. That's fine. All right. All right. He can do that. That's fine. But what I was saying is, I like when Trump shits on people because they already hate him so much and that's all they talk about that when he fires back, um, they all turn crazy. Oh, Catherine, sorry. Debunk debunkmywork.com. Debunkmywork.com. I'm not a pomp and circumstance or circumcision, or I don't even know what it's called. Pomp and circumstance, I guess. With like things, but I have a basic website that just lays out all the information. There's no bells and whistles. There's links and things, and that's it. Debunkmywork.com. I'm worried about November. Okay. Things are going to change, guys. In a very big way. I do not agree with evolution in that we came from apes. Evolution and creationism meet in the middle, okay? On their each individual merit, okay, doesn't work. When you combine them and you know that everything was created and evolution is the way things on this planet, because we see evolution in real time, they work together, and people don't seem to get that. No, we didn't come from apes. We were a hominid that was tweaked. That's basically it. Trump said, "Take over, Elon." Shadow Perez. That's just how he talks. He's a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. We talk the same exact way. I told you. I'm way more nasty with my friends and everything off the computer. I try and keep it together. I don't mind cursing. Okay, I will email you. Thank you, Micah. Yes, please do me a favor. When you email me, put your screen name here so I know that it's you, because I do get emails and I don't know who these people are. So I just want to know, because then I can go back and look at things. Angela's here. Hey, girl. I heard something today and thought I would share. We say I'm only one person. What can I do? Said 7 billion people. You know, Angela, it's interesting too, because you don't even need to get 100% of the people on board with something. That's not how things work. There's something called the 20% rule. I'm going to teach you it right now. The 20% rule basically says that you're going to struggle to get people and people and people and people and people, and then it's going to start getting easier and easier and easier and easier. When an idea hits 20%, it just takes off and it just shoots to the moon. So that's the 20% rule. You don't actually have to convince an entire room what you're talking about. Only 20%. And Elon said he was dark MAGA. I mean, guys, this is a circus. It's a show. I like how Trump pisses off everybody. I love it. I think he's funny. I do. And I know he posts his own shit. I would get along with him. We're New Yorkers. I would get along with Trump famously. Hey, just I'm driving, so I'm just here to listen. Okay. Renee, I'm not going to be on much longer, but if you want to restart the stream, lithium mines in North Carolina are abundant. That's why they want the land. Yeah, they're going to destroy it. Dark MAGA, dark satanic priest. No. I don't think that's the case. Elon is just he's a goofball. And he's like, I have a dirty sense of humor, but he just has a filthy mouth. There's a difference. Okay? It's all entertainment, guys. It's all entertainment. This is a circus that you're going to get involved with every 4 years, and I think this is going to be the last one. The UK is offering to pay farmers there for 3 years not to grow crops. It's so aggravating. Glad you're evacuating. Thanks, Renee. Do you follow Theoria Apop on YouTube? No, I don't. Why? Why you say hurricane the weekend? Look at the stats right now, looking like it could be a historic storm. Been Cat 4 has touched Cat 5. Unheard of. Be prepared, not scared. Okay, thank you. And can you buy? Yeah. Also, I do sell signed copies too. If you want to buy the series, I could send that to you. I sell the series though. You can email me at into the rabbit hole series at gmail.com if you want. But yeah, you can get it on the website too. That just goes to Amazon. Research Jack Cruz. Why do people keep telling me to do that? I'm gonna have to. Do you really think Trump is a good guy? Trump has so many people around him all day that maybe he tweets or truth socials what once, twice a day, once every 2 days, maybe. Um, I don't think he has all the information like he did when he was running. Because when he was running, like Alex was talking to him and other people, um, he is, and I'll tell you why. He filed, as my friend Carrie said the other day when she was on this live stream, Trump filed a motion. Oh God, I wish Carrie was here to explain it because I'm gonna fuck it up because I don't understand that. But he basically something UCCS he filed something um, to discharge all the debt from all the Americans, and it's in like a legal crazy house right now. He did do that, and you guys know how to find that, or if you want to look it up and then put it in the chat, I'd be cool with that. Word. So, according to the law of one, raw material waves are fractals of one. I haven't finished the law of one. Is that the raw book? That's the raw book, right? Everything starts with I am raw, I am raw, I am raw when he answers. That's the book, right? Maggot rank in the Satanic Church. Like, has it always been? Are you talking about LeVay? Wait. You talking about LeVay's Satanic Church? Maggot's rank? Egyptian theology, the pyramid with the eye of the dollar bill, for instance, Freemasonry big time. The Freemasons started in Egypt. They did. The idea is that they build, or everything is surrounded about Solomon's temple, which is nothing that you can't find online. Um, Personally, I don't think Solomon's temple ever existed. That's me. But All that solemn and simple. Yeah. Okay. Trump has my support. Though I think Trump's angle is the future of his family's family. Did you see that Elon found life on another planet? That I need to say, John. Or you can text me. You truly believe you could trust a political candidate? One of the two choices you've been given? No, I never said that at all. I don't even vote. I said I think it's funny when Trump pisses everyone off. I said there's a difference. I don't give a shit. I'm not voting. I can't trust a political candidate. You don't get to that level. That level, right? When you get into the Congress or this, when you get into the Congress or the Senate, when you're voted in, uh, they have these like parties, right? And then once you're in the club, that's it. Um, from that level up, you can't. No, no, no. Can't trust them. They have to do very disgusting things on camera so that they can be blackmailed for whatever they want. You want $10 million, you want this, you want that. They start feeding you insider trading tips, and then they come back for you. Yeah, you're bought. You're bought. That's why people say they sold their soul to the devil. Raw material, the law won. Yep. On your live title, it says tomorrow you're evacuating. I take it this means you're leaving and not having a club. I am not a storm chaser, bro. No way. Although I may evacuate my ass on the freeway if I see it at any point. Do you guys know if there's a condition where you're born without a pineal gland? Is there a condition like that? Magus is the fifth degree of the Satanic Church. So do you think he's actually Satan? So I get confused sometimes. I'm still learning like everyone. So does this mean that he knew about that and chose that anyway? Or is it possible at all that he just needed a dumb catchphrase that would get everyone on board? Real short and simple, like MAGA. Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin both mean the same thing, ruler of the world. Where are you getting the translations from? MAGA in Latin means female wizard. I like that. Yeah, but guys, I understand the origins of all this kind of stuff. So this is what's so important, because the less you know about this kind of stuff, the more you're going to fear it. But when you know where all this stuff comes from, and this and this and this and all that, you just laugh. That's all you can do. It doesn't hold power over you. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. I like being bought. Clear your mind, look up slightly behind your closed eyes, and you'll feel the third eye tingle. I don't think so. I don't believe it. You think these CMEs are real? Or are they using lasers on the sunspots? Are you referring to like how we're having solar flares that are like unbearable? Are you referring to that? You think that made that? Is that what you're asking? Don't record it, just evacuate, bro. We are. We have today. It's okay. No, it's the most ancient part of the brain, Lizzie. Oh, Lord. Hurricane Milton is now 2 miles per hour below Category 5. Unprecedented. My life is going to get destroyed because of some fucking nerd named Milton. Hurricane Milton. Does that. Can you, like, name it Hurricane Get the Fuck Out? Why do they gotta give it nerd names? Ugh. There is also female brains and male bodies and vice versa that can be diagnosed. I'd believe that. I would believe that. Um, just have them looking at slides of porn and map their brain, and you'll see they act in the proper place. Only NPCs don't have a pineal gland. Well, no, because you can have a pineal gland removed. If there's like a tumor on it or something, you have it removed. And from what I get it, the people who People who have the pineal gland removed. They have issues with sleep and dreaming. Well, no shit, because DMT is not coming out of it anymore. But and you need dreaming. You need to be able to dream. Dreaming is what refreshes you. If you don't dream, you're gonna have a very uneasy sleep. You need to get to those. Ugh, everything's so interesting, guys. Jeez. I can see Trump being oblivious. Sure, he is. He's not a Satanist. I'll tell you another secret too. He's not a Christian either. How did gay men get blamed for hurricanes? I know I went to the beginning of the video. Yeah, yeah. That's what like Pat Robertson and those guys would say. Natural disasters is because of homosexuality. Okay, this is fucking great. I've been watching a channel, Dango Thoughts. He has been smoking the spirit molecule enough to alter visual perception, then looking at a refracted laser on a wall and sees code says 1000. People have replicated the experiment with the same result, points to conscious simulation. Wow, this is crazy. It makes sense. It makes sense. Wow. Hey there. Your name, Milton. You're safe, Mike. We love you. I will be. I promise you guys. And he and the experiment seem totally legitimate. It's quite astounding. He's basically talking mind of God stuff, and the experiment here for us to find. Bro, my mind thinks at that level, though. Yeah, I feel it. Everything is made of math. Math is the universal constant in the entire universe. Math. Mathematics. The other thing that exists universally, and it's only these two things that exist, mathematics and karma. Karma is very real, people. Karma is why we get disclosure. Karma is why we get the elites showing us a Super Bowl time show or this and that so we can see what's coming in the future. What they have to do is they have to show it to us so that if we don't do anything about it, we just blindly accept it or whatever, then they're liable of karma. The elites believe in karma. Karma is very real. It's mathematics and karma. Wait for Hurricane Urkel. Yeah, Urkel just came out with a new weed called Urkel, and he teamed up with Snoop Dogg to release Purple Urkel. So there's a strain after Steve Urkel. Why would it matter if the Mary Magdalene bloodline was real? What difference would it make? Great question. Well, on the surface level, if it was real, it would prove the Bible irrelevant. Hold on a sec, guys. Hello. Hey. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm going live. I love you too. All right, I'm not messing with that anymore. It would prove the Bible irrelevant. There is no bloodline of Jesus. I mean, this isn't circumstantial evidence, guys. It's overwhelming. Trump is into Kabbalah. I mean, a rudimentary form of astrotheology is in Kabbalah too. To be honest with you, not at my level though, but we do talk about it. Take pills the rest of your life, much like my love light. Many blessings and successes. Please do a live after the storm so we know you're okay. Sure. I got a Black Pope strain of weed. You've got to be kidding me. There's a weed strain called Black Pope. Oh my god. I need a minute. That's wild. I love that. Love it. Is math not just an observation? How could we say it's foundational, serious inquiry? Of course. I see numbers like 33 constantly, so mathematics to be able to one of the first things you have to do is be able to differentiate between the idea of one and the idea of two. You need to be able to do that no matter what language they come up with, no matter what way they use to show it to you in carvings and things or whatever. Um, it's standard everywhere. It's standard everywhere. The reason All right. So the reason, hold on. The reason mathematics field is so wild and chaotic is because they're all reaching to find one thing. But when all the pieces that when we all figure out everything here and we put the piece together, we understand everything and we can work in unity and harmony with it, we'll get an upgrade. Priestess is here. Hey, Priestess. Where are you guys going to stay during the storm? I'll text you. All right, y'all. We'll talk soon.